The Jim and Terry Show, coming to you from the Hobbit Hole Studio in Bob Cajun. I'm one of your hosts, Terry, and with me is my good friend and co-host, CFO, CEO, COO, and all the rest of the letters that come after. I'm sorry, Jim has been replaced by his alien substitute. Beat me up, Scotty. We're talking about conspiracy theories and aliens, and we were wondering, since our title is Have You Heard? Have you heard anything?
Nothing. And we were talking about the fact that it was in the news every stinking day, and top news groups were going there and filming and seeing them themselves.
Jersey.
Governors were going, the governors of New Jersey and everybody were there saying, I saw them myself. Then something happened. All of a sudden, the Epstein files. Is it possible? I feel like ancient aliens here. Is it possible that what we're witnessing now in the White House, the tariffs, all that crap,
it's all a distraction?
All a distraction.
From
the aliens who are building condominiums right now
in New Jersey. We missed it. Get in the Winnebago, Jim. We need the Jim and Terry Show to hit the road and hit the...
I mean, where'd they all go? Remember, it started fading when the fires broke out.
Yes.
In California.
Right, it was a distraction from the fires.
Now, isn't it funny? The fires are back in California again to distract from the White House. Is it going to reset back to the aliens?
We can't find what is the truth about most of the stuff that's coming out in the news cycles, whether it's mainstream media or independent journalism. It doesn't matter. How do we find out whether there really are those alien spacecraft in New Jersey building condominiums or...
Well, we talked about the committees. They boasted about these committees.
Yes.
There was another... We've gone past that.
Yeah.
Where are they? What'd they do? What'd they find? Nothing. One of the members in that came up one time, and the reporter asked him something. He said, "Lock your doors." And the reporter went, "What?" And the guy walked away.
Yes, and that was a Republican member. I think Adam Schiff was in the congressional...
Adam Schiff's a part of it, yeah.
Yeah, so he came out and said, "What is that?" Because he couldn't... They had trouble freezing the frame identifying what it is. What am I looking at?
Yeah.
So if that's, as you pointed out, the open session, you're never going to get anything.
Nothing.
The closed doors, well, that's for the closed door session because we'll never get it.
Yeah. And the sad thing is obviously the decision has been made, our poor listeners, not to tell us anything.
Not a thing.
Not a bloody thing. It's all gone away. The committees did their thing, are still doing their thing, but it's no longer in the news. And how does that happen? Well, I think we're being distracted unbelievably.
So you believe that there is something going on, the aliens are the ships, and I mean, we saw the fighters, the forward-looking infrared. We saw them blips going into the water, coming out of the water.
They closed military bases. That's not mistaken.
No.
They actually did that. They had to close military bases. They didn't shoot the alien things down. They closed the bases.
Isn't that
This doesn't make any sense.
No, especially for America, which is shoot first and find out later.
Yeah.
Have you ever wondered why there hasn't been a missile launch from a Raptor or an F-35 to take a shot at one of these?
Well, isn't that funny? And the only things they shoot at are balloons.
They did take down a balloon.
Over Canada.
But they think that was a Russian or a Chinese one. I forget which one. Yeah. Chinese.
But that whole New Jersey thing got way out of hand, and then it completely went away. And that's almost impossible. And then, of course, they said, oh, no, it was just normal drones. Well, you don't shut down whole airports for normal drones. And I don't believe they shut down the international airport. They shut down the military airports.
Now, that is bizarre.
Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah.
More than once.
Okay, so I've decided that UFO should become part of our Have You Heard? Yeah. At least for today. I don't know about every day, but so here I am. I typed in the latest UFO news. I'm not sure what that other stuff is, but I got this thing called the UFOdatabase.com. I've got the UAP newscenter.com. I've got something here from MSN about, and that was, I was going to click on that one, so I don't know. Oh, Air Force makes shock admission over mystery UFOs. The Daily Mail, not reliable source, but Daily Mail, okay. So anyway, it's in the news. There's still stuff happening. This was 8 days ago, 3 days ago, 23 hours ago. So it's still in the news, but we are not hearing it or seeing it. But it's still there.
Yeah, but for some reason, either they're told, like, I got to bring people back. You got to understand. CNN and MSNBC, the big boys on mainstream TV, every day were broadcasting from New Jersey with their reporters on site.
So this was the equivalent news attention to the days when I first started watching CNN. Chris Cuomo on location in Florida watching the hurricane coming in.
Yeah.
And they had live reporting and you see the winds whipping and you see it with your own eyes. They did the same amount of intense coverage of New Jersey and the UFOs.
Every day. Numerous times throughout the day, maybe the same broadcast, but nevertheless, numerous times throughout the day, every day.
So where's it gone?
It just went away when all of a sudden the fires in California, and it was like squirrel. Everybody just looked there.
So we went to California.
Bang.
Then California was under control, and whatever happened in California happened. And Gavin Newsom is asking for money, and Trump says you're not getting any because it's mismanagement. You need to rake the forests and go out and sweep the forests. And
apparently, it would be good to rake the forest, but I told you what the guy that bought the property out there. I think it was like 3 acres, and it took him 3 years to clear to rake the forest just for safety purposes. That's not cutting down the trees.
No,
that's just cleaning up around them.
Well, you realize all of this stuff is natural. I mean, the needles fall off. The stuff falls to the ground.
Well, it's like the Americans getting mad at Canada. 90% of all fires started in northern Canada is lightning strikes.
Yes.
There's nothing we can do about it. Go ask God to stop it.
Now, there are the odd events that are human-related, either intentional setting, and that's the part that gets me, because some of the people who want to see governments fail can start fires to say, see, it's government mismanagement. See, you didn't look after this. See, you didn't do what I told you. So there's that element. And I don't know, when you got a fire that's burning 10,000 acres a day, how do you start to understand who started it, where it started,
I don't
why
know how
it started?
they do that, the experts. I know there was a few years ago in Ontario, maybe more than that, but the fires that were started, the rumor was the part-time help that was hired to fight fires started the fires so they'd be employed.
That is a bit of a stretch, even for me.
I really think so, but I don't want to believe that even for a minute.
Okay, did you want to check out any one of these UFO stories? Last week we recorded one called Eisenhower and the Aliens, which you brought to my attention.
Yeah.
Do you want to recap just a bit of that, and then we'll move on?
It's probably nothing to it, but there was a lot of mysterious things that happened when Eisenhower and the Majestic 12 were selected. Don't forget, those guys were selected. You don't usually select 12 of the top people in their field to be a part of something if not something isn't happening. And the same as spending the millions of dollars every year since the first sighting ever was cited. You wouldn't do that if there's nothing there. You wouldn't have a committee within the government investigating into something that doesn't exist. And they never come out and say there's really nothing here. But they don't come out and tell you if there's anything here. So something's here. And I don't know if it's so horrifying we really can't take it. Or like multi-dimensional ghosts. I don't know. Something really, really weird. Or it's just they're dictating to us the timing and what it's going to be about. And quite frankly, they just think we're stupid. I don't know what it is. But there's something there.
There's something there.
I mean, you really have to look the other way and say, no, they're not. Well, I'm saying if you really are in that much in a denial, you're afraid of it. And so you just want it to go away and deny it. There is no darkness. There is no darkness.
Okay, so we went to the UAP, Unidentified Aerial Phenomena, newscenter.com. And the headline here is, today's UFO UAP updates, Tulsi Gabbard on aliens, quote, we're continuing to look for truth. What? Could you be a little more specific?
Well, but even in that simple statement indicates there's something to look for. Like
it
she's
does.
not saying this is nonsense. We're not going to waste our resources. I mean, don't forget, Terry. She's the woman that agrees with the government that wants to cut Medicare and everything and cut absolutely everything. So if there was nothing there, she would say, there's nothing there. We're not going to waste our resources. And quite frankly, I haven't heard any cuts towards anything like that.
Are you expecting a report or revelation, a sudden thing?
No.
Are you no.
The messages, they're not telling us anything.
The Jim and Terry Show signing off, wishing the UFO phenomena well, because it's disappeared from the radar of news services everywhere.
I know, Terry. I know.
Bye-bye for now.
I don't want to carry this load. Though the sweat of my brow and the toil of my hands has got me so far into this promised land.